Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone is doing okay. Before I even start with the video, guys, please forgive me for not dropping the market breakdown this week. I cannot even start to come up with any excuse. I literally didn't see anything in the market. From Monday, I thought maybe I was gonna drop a midweek analysis yesterday, but then I still didn't see anything tangible I could record for you guys. But yeah, today's Thursday, and I'm planning to drop this video as soon as I'm done editing it. I'm gonna do everything on the same day. It's Thursday, around 4 p.m. South African time. So yeah, I decided to drop something for the for the funded trader funded traders or aspiring funded traders. Remember, I had started a series that of which I only dropped two. I think I want to drop two videos on getting ready to get funded. This is my third installment. I know it's not consistent, and I keep saying I'm gonna drop a video on that, but I never drop. So apologies on that, and I'm back again. And before I get into the current account that I have going on, as you can see, this is active. I'm gonna be as transparent as possible and take you guys on a you know on an accountability um you know I don't know, revealing, I guess, where I'm gonna be showing you guys the accounts that I haven't been consistent showing you and everything. Reason why I didn't record videos on these two accounts here is because the reason why I did not pass uh in this current atmosphere are very irrelevant. Not very irrelevant, but um it's time constraints, as I have mentioned in the previous video that I did. If you haven't watched it, I don't know, I think it's the most recent video that I dropped. um if you didn't watch it, go watch it now. So this one ended and I failed because of time. I mean, I had my drawdowns obviously, but then who knows, I probably could have bounced back at some point. I mean, I know this is bad, but the only factor that made me to fail was, first of all, I was on in a drawdown. Okay, this one was hectic. This one I failed. I'm not gonna lie. This one I failed. Um, okay, there's one failed with all the with all the objectives, and then there's another one that I didn't pass mainly because of the time constraints. You see? So okay, one was failed, and then the other one was time constraints. Right. So right now I'm doing another one. Wait. Okay, right now I'm doing another one, which I started. I opened it yesterday. Yeah, I started 24th of August. It was actually today. And it's looking good. And I'm about to break a trade down that I took. It was only one trade. I took it today, as you can see, with the objectives, one day, one trading day. This was the drawdown of the trade, I guess. And then the profit was also, I'm too close to the target. And it was not too aggressive. It was not too aggressive of a trade. It was a trade on gold, which I'm about to break down right now. So what happened was, I also am watching the AUDJPY. I'm gonna break it down at the end. Let me go break down gold for you guys. So today I woke up, this is what I saw. Came on gold, tried to analyze, because I had concluded from the beginning of the week that okay, gold is bullish this week, and I'll just mark up my significant areas or significant levels in the market, and my analysis looked like this. Right? My analysis looked like this. I mean, if you wanna have this pattern, because we had two touches on the resistance, let's do it. One, two. We also had one, two, three touches on the support. So it was a pretty much solid or valid pattern, and it was respected. As you can see, there was a retest here, and then push to the upside. Another retest here, which also happens to be touches on a trend line, right? On this trend line, as you can see, one, two. right? This is supposed to be the third touch trade. It just broke out of the line. So I guess this line has been disrespected, and we will see if this is a fake out or it's actually a retest and then drop. But then this is literally how my trade went. This was my stop loss up here on this line, right above the last high this candle made, and then I sold as soon as price closed back into this level, because I could understand that okay, um price is moving from zone to zone. And if you pay closer attention, you'll see that okay, uh the last time price was here, it was just like a retest or some sort of a, you know, what do you call it, a drawdown, right? It was okay. From here, it dropped, and then it came with two candles as a drawdown or some sort of retracement before it actually dropped to the next zone. I'm talking about the left hand side now. This price action right here. As you can see, we had, you know, we had our touch here, resistance, right? And then price started dropping, and then we had a retracement. Let me make it red so that you can see it. A retracement right here, you know, which yeah, at which price just rejected. You know, it was a rejection area, and then price dropped to this next level right now here, right? Dropped to this area, and then it didn't even come here to retest before it actually drops. So the specific price where I was aiming for price to come retest and then drop was actually this one, where there's the red arrow. And as you can see, the market really respected the zone or the area, and it started dropping. I mean, I'm gonna drop the video or the screen record and the screenshots of the trade. I entered here with 3 entries, and this is one thing I've realized as well. You know, when you especially the ones who are trading like the real funded accounts or the real evaluations. We're on the first phase, guys. The most important thing is being very aggressive, right? I'm not saying reckless, but aggressive. Look at this. Look at this. My stop loss is not that wide. It's actually extremely tight, because I entered on this candle before it actually, okay, just after it closed, right? I entered on this candle, and I had my stop loss. I was like, okay, my trade will be invalidated if these lows, I mean, these highs right here, if these highs get broken, and then I'm invalidated, right? So all it takes for you to pass or for you to go to another phase is to find that one move that you've seen happen over and over again. You know, I'm not gonna say that move that you are sure about, because you'll never be sure about anything in the markets. Always have to be protected and make sure that your entries are low risk, especially if you're trying to be funded, because your drawdowns are calculated on your equity and not on your, you know, on your balance. You know, so just make sure that you find that one entry, low risk, and then go in, right? Go in. I'm not saying now do 100 lot sizes as well. Just like know your risk appetite. Make sure that okay, even if I get to be wrong, I'm still within the maximum drawdown for the day, right? Because that's what I literally did. It was literally three entries, 0.50s, and then stop loss right here, and then I had my take profit. Even though I didn't leave my trade to hit take profit, I'm guilty of that. But then I just thought, okay, those are enough profits. I don't have to pass on the first trade or on one trade. I'll just close my profit. My profit was at around 400 and something. I was like, okay, I'll just close that because the profit target is 500. I'll find another entry or find another trade soon, you know. So yes, that's what I have for you guys. I mean, it was a clean move. I mean, there was no manipulation whatsoever. I entered at the right time. I guess I think this is one of those trades where like you just enter and capitalize and make sure that you know you are protected. You know, it's a low risk. You go in and then you just take your profit. That's how simple it can get. But I'm not gonna lie to you, this is one of those trades that actually came to me. I didn't go out searching and forcing it. And yeah, it happened to play out good. It played out well. It played in my favor, you know. And another lesson that I've learned is that every outcome in the market as random. You know, next time you might see something like this, execute, and then get taken out for some reason. And the whole time, the circumstances are the same as this trade that I just took here. You know, so just make sure that you're always protected, because you can never say, "Oh, I've seen this pattern play out before, and I'm gonna trade it the way it is without even putting a stop loss," because you're gonna get burned. You know, so just know that every outcome is random, and it's gonna be, it's either gonna be profitable over time, you know, it's either gonna be profitable over time, or it's gonna be not non-profitable over time. You know, so just make sure that you manage your risk and do not jump from one strategy to another. Don't think one works, another doesn't work if you haven't tried the strategy over a sample of trades, you know. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I just thought I should break this down for you because it was a big trade. I mean, if the target for this challenge is 500 and I made 440, I just thought, okay, shit, this is something I could, excuse the language, this is something I could share with you guys and show you how little it takes. This is literally all it took for me to achieve 90% of 90 plus minus 90 percent of the target. This is literally all it took. Imagine this small move. These are the moves that literally happen on a daily, but it has to happen within the confinements of your strategy and your personality. Because if you go around looking for small movements just to pass a challenge or just to make profits, you're gonna get burned. It has to align with the strategy, and it has to be something that you're familiar with, you know. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. This, I guess this is part one of my second I guess this is part one of my second challenge, or my second trial account, and I will see you guys on the second part. Hopefully by that time I would have passed the challenge, and yeah, I think after that I'm gonna actually get a real one from my forex funds. I know I'm always preaching this, but I'm being for real this time. Um, you know, with the previous accounts, I don't know, I just didn't have the, I don't know, I just didn't have the energy to record, and I was just like experimenting, I guess, like when you're up there experimenting different strategies and like trying to observe, make observations and move differently, try new things, you know, you sometimes forget that, okay, um let me document this, you know, even though I have my records where I'm experimenting everything. But for the YouTube community, I always try to come up with something that's tangible, you know, something that you guys could work with, you know. And I'm not even trying to let you guys in into my strategy like that. I mean, if you fall in love with the strategy, that's good. But I'm trying to show you guys that no matter what strategy you use, what you trade, ICT, SMC, whatever, trend lines, all you need is a strong psychology and a strong understanding of the market to say it's not even about being right or wrong. It's just about a flawless execution of whatever you believe in. You know, do it over time. If you have a good win rate, do it over time. Get use proper risk management, and you will finally prosper. You know. So yeah, that's that for the challenge. I mean, it's looking good right now. I think I still have time, and it's also an encouraging factor that I'm starting on such a high note, because I'll see this account through. You know, unlike when it's in drawdown, now you're gonna doubt, and you know that you have a limited time. I mean, 14 days is not enough to make $500. You know, and when you actually want to take trades that make sense and trades that align with the personality, you know. So yeah, I just thought I should drop this one for you guys this week, at least something, since I didn't drop anything market wise or market, I didn't do any market breakdown or anything. So also for a bonus, for a bonus, let me give you this signal. I don't know if it's gonna play out, but then as I said, um it's not about being right or wrong. It's all about, you know, being able to follow your own rules, and following your own edge as a trader. So this is what I'm looking at. I guess now it has left me, but we'll just see. I'll give it until tomorrow, I guess. But this is how the AUD JPY looks like. It broke out of this trend line to show that okay, it's bullish in nature. There was a young retest, and then it went up. From there, it actually dropped. If there was any buyers here, all the stop losses were taken out, but then it continued to make a higher low as far as these lows are concerned. This is the first one, the second one. Here's the third one. So I was hoping that price would come to this area here before it actually goes up, because there was a pattern that formed after this line was broken. We understand that okay, we are quite bullish, and then we low-key created another bullish pattern here. If you are paying attention, you will see it. We created this pattern, and then now obviously there's people who entered buys as soon as this retest happened, and those buyers probably had their TPs over here, right? But then those TPs were not met, and some buyers are still in, even though a lot of, maybe some buyers are out of the market, took their profit as soon as price got here, or even at this high. There's still some buyers who were waiting for price to come back, because a lot of us think we are woke. We're not gonna fall for the manipulation. A lot of buyers were standing out, uh, stayed out for this one. They were on the sidelines waiting for the movement to be reversed before the actual movement of the buyers actually happens. So I guess those are the buyers who now entered as soon as price came back to this area. So for those ones who are still in and had their stop losses right below this line, you can see with the dollar signs. The dollar signs is actually symbolizes liquidity. So I'm assuming that there's a lot of liquidity here, because people have their stop losses below this candle or this low. Those are the ones who entered after the break and retest, right? And then there's others who actually entered here thinking that okay, this move took out the previous buyers, and now it's time to go to buy. And then, as you can see right now, it's consolidating, price is consolidating, and I strongly believe that there's not enough liquidity around this zone, this dark gray zone. There's not enough liquidity to take price to the higher level, because as you can see, we have this happening, we have this range happening. We have this range happening. We created a double bottom from this same line. You understand? I mean, the double top. This same line gave us on this part of the market. This line gave us a range, and then after everything was said and done, it gave us a triple bottom. 1, 2, 3 on the triple. On the last leg, price actually went up to the resistance, right? When we got to the resistance, price came back to the midline or midway range, or whatever line, or whatever this significant zone, whatever you want to name it. But then we can see that it's halfway through the range. Price came to this zone and then reversed, gave us a double top, and then the second head or second arm of the double top actually came to this support. So that's what we're operating on. We're actually paying a lot of attention on this significant zone, the midway of the range one, because you can see that it played a huge role in respecting both the resistance and the support of the range. So now we can see that this is a thorough retest of the level, and we broke it to the upside. So I'm waiting for some sort of correction to happen, the liquidation of all these stop losses here, right? And finally, I'm waiting for an entry right here. Why here? Because as you can see, we had a touch here as a support. It got this level got respected, but then this high didn't really make it to the main to the main or to the next significant level, or the range, or the let me slow down. This touch on this line didn't make it to the next significant level, or the main resistance of the range, right? But then price came back to the same level, and then also attempted to make highs again from the same level, but then this time it even failed to break the previous highs, right? And then the third time it actually broke out. broke out to the downside, right? Broke out to the downside and then broke back in, right? Went through the line and then created this break and retest, which lured the buyers in, and then went up to break both the highs, right? These highs that were created from this line, right? They were broken. But then now, I'm hoping for the price to come back to retest this line before it actually goes up. Because if you're paying attention, you will see that it's the same thing that happened here, right? We had two touches here. It's the same pattern, but then on a smaller scale. This one was on a bigger scale, you know? So this is what I'm hoping for. First touch, second touch, just like here, and then it broke to the downside and then broke to the upside. Look at what happened after the third retest, the third touch, right? So I'm hoping for such a move. I'm hoping for such a move right now. And I'm gonna enter my buys right there. I know there's gonna be a lot of manipulation because as soon as there's enough liquidity grabbed here, price is gonna be powerful enough to go to the upside. And like my overall TP, I might enter a couple of positions. My overall TP will be this line right here, or I might even leave one entry to aim for the the resistance of the overall range. But right now, what I'm looking at is for price to take out all the stop losses here and all the liquidity here and come touch this arrowed line right here before I can actually enter buys. So if you're gonna take that signal, you can take it. If you're not gonna take it, it's also cool. You're probably gonna see this too late though. I'm hoping to drop it now, but if it's not too late, I guess you ate. I hope you actually get to eat from this signal right here. Because I see that there's gonna be a lot of correction happening around this zone. Hopefully, the move that we're hoping for gets to happen for the rest of the week. It's not something it's not something that we have to wait for until next week. Hopefully we get to enter, at least get our entry, and then eventually get to our TP by next week or something like that. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I didn't want to make this video so long, but then whenever I have something to give, I will give. So a signal that I could give to you, and then I'm here trying to break it down to you. And yeah, you can see that prices is already moving crazy. Yeah, so I think I should be getting ready for that entry. And then yeah, thank you guys for tuning in until this point. Please make sure that you subscribe, you comment, you like, all that good stuff so that we can keep the channel moving. And also do not forget to follow me on IG. It's all in the description down below. Thank you very much.